Alright, this is, as promised, the part 2 to the first part of Dynasty recruiting in NCAA 12. As you see, we're going to go ahead and get our Dynasty that we used in setting up the recruiting board and load it up. And wait for it to load. Alright, we're gonna go down to start season, and then we'll be talking about the in-season recruiting. This part might, So anyways, while that happens, I'll just talk about this a little bit. In my other video, I did mention that, you want to, if you're starting as a 1-star or 2-star, you don't want to go above 3 stars. And you want to use your pipeline states, spread out, get the depth. And so the other video really goes all into that. I'm not going to get into it here. I'll link the 2 videos in the comment box. Not the comment box, the info box, whatever you want to call it. And I'll link the 2 videos, and if you want to check the other one out, you can go and check it out, because it does have some helpful stuff on there. Alright, anyway, so let's get started. You want to see in just a second. I'm going to, because you want to order it by caliber. The only way this is going to work is if you reorder all the recruits by caliber. And so the top 5, the 1 through 5 recruits on your recruiting board, after you sort by caliber, you're going to want to use 40 minutes for them. Trust me, it does work. So, anyways, it's gonna work. And another thing you want to do is you want to offer a scholarship first thing, and then make a bunch of promises, unless you have like a B+ thing that you're talking about. Like right here, I'll just ask him what he thinks about it, because it does help to do that. But you want to get the scholarship right off first, because there are going to be some people that are going to instantly sign with your school, and it saves you a lot of time when they do that. I think I have one that does it in this video. But basically, you're just going to want to use for the top 1 through 5, 40 minutes. And you're going to want to offer the scholarship, make some promises, and that stuff. If you, hold on. If you come upon something that's like a B or B+ that your school has, like a tradition, you're going to want to ask him what he thinks about it. But other than that, you just make some promises. You don't have to keep to them, because it's, that won't matter until NCAA 13, which I did discuss on on another video, but, yeah. Anyways. So, then after the top 5, you're going to use 30 minutes. You're going to, for the top 6 through 10, for numbers 6 through 10 on your recruiting board, you're going to use 30 minutes of time, basically just doing the same thing. And trust me, this does work, because you will get around 25 to 26 recruits talked to each week if you do it this way. And which really helps, because you do have 25 scholarships, and like I said in my other video, well, I'm not going to go into it. But anyways, right, as you get better, which this is pretty obvious, as you get better, you're going to be able to recruit higher caliber prospects. But for now, you just want to make sure that you're getting that good flow. Something else I talked about in my other video on this, the part 1 video. But the ones that you don't get to talk to each week, they will be gaining interest off your performance, because they are like the lowest caliber recruits. and so they'll gain interest off your performance and alone, and that'll get you, even if you're losing, it'll get you #1 on their list. Like you see right here, I'm in the top 6 through 10. Basically, for numbers 6 through 10 on your recruiting board, you're going to want to use 30 minutes. And like I said, they are going to gain interest off your performance. Win or lose, surprisingly. My other Dynasty, which I haven't even been recording. I probably should. But, anyways, in that other Dynasty, right. Oh, I lost my train of thought there. Oh, wow, that's... Yep, that's interesting. Yeah, I'm just moving along from that awkward moment. Yeah, I've totally lost myself now. It's embarrassing. Right. So anyways, I'm just kind of talking to these guys, trying to figure out what they want, and, all of that. Yeah, this has gotten ridiculous. But, anyway, so you just gotta keep offering the scholarships. At the end of the video, I'm just gonna, skip to the next week instead of actually playing the game. And, it'll show you the results, of how this works, because it definitely does work. Because on my other Dynasty, which I have yet to start recording on, first season I gave away all 25, scholarships, and then I still had 5 other people that wanted to sign for my school, but they couldn't because I didn't have any scholarships left. So this is proven to work. You just have to be able to at least win some games. That season I went 6-7 on All-American. Unfortunately lost the Military Bowl. Anyways, oh right. For 11 through 20 on your recruiting board, you want to use 20 minutes for them. And, basically after you get to number 20, after you've done number 20, you're going to want to use 10 minutes for the rest of them. And it'll let you get, usually to 25, or thereabouts. And see, and this, a lot of these people are not even on the original top 10, or top 8, or whatever. But, you'll actually see, when I skip ahead, that's gonna change drastically. Basically right now I'm just, like I said, running through everything. Alright, let me go over because like I said earlier, the scholarships, you want to offer them first thing, because they might instantly sign. Which I have one coming up, I think one of the next 2 I talk to. Yeah, one of the next 2 I talk to, do instantly sign. Which, only cost me 10 minutes, the rest you get back. And not only that, but, I don't have to worry about recruiting him, so it frees up another spot for me to start recruiting people. Yeah, it's this guy right here. You'll see this work to perfection. Just instead of potential go off a scholarship. And he commits. So, there you go. I've already got a signed commitment right there. And, so, yeah. And that doesn't just happen the first week, as some of these guys go on. Especially later in the season, obviously, but, a lot of times most of the time early in the season. Once you jump to first, most of these guys, and you start talking to them, some of them will start signing on like week 2 or 3. And it frees you up to, as I said before, talk to the other guys and all that. But so basically, yeah, I mean, you'll be getting some pretty decent recruiting classes, or at least 2 or 3, maybe 4 3-star recruits the first year. A bunch of some 2s and a bunch of 1-stars. But the next year, depending on if you did pretty good, we're around 500 for your first year. Then second year, you can recruit more 3 and 2-stars than 1-stars. And so, you just keep building on that until you can actually eventually start recruiting 4-stars, or attempting to at least. As you can see, on number 20, and I'm using my last 20 minutes, and I'm going to get all the way down to 26, actually, and just talking to him for 10 minutes. And like I said, this gets you, most of what you need done. Because I'm just sitting here talking to these guys, and all you have to do is just offer the scholarship. And like I said, it gets it done. Because you get like 100 or something, 100 plus interest if somebody's instantly signs with you. And right, you get 100 plus interest when somebody not signs with you, but when you make a scholarship offer to somebody. And so it does help you jump, especially a performance like these 1-star recruits. I'll be in the top 3, probably first, by time the next week in the season. Because, it doesn't take much to impress them. They're 1-star recruits. They'll sign with just about anybody. And so, scholarship offer combined with your performance is definitely gonna be a factor in whether or not you jump up to first on their list and whether or not they sign. But if you follow this, it's always, if you follow the 40, 30, 20, 10, touchdown, 40, 30, 20, 10 touchdown method. Just naming it that right now. Alright, so if you like that, it will get you all your recruits, especially those 3-star ones. It'll make you will use all your scholarships, basically. See, now I've run out of recruiting time, so I'm just gonna exit out of the recruiting board and skip to the next week and show you guys the results once it auto-saves and all that. So, week 1 at NIU. When I played this the last season in my Dynasty mode, it was a blowout. As you can see, it was actually a heartbreaking loss right here. They got a last-minute, I'm not sure if it was last minute. I think it was a last-minute touchdown and won the game. So, I mean, close game to start out, which is always good. At least they can actually do something. So we'll go through all that. Yeah, I got signs of Army. A little somebody signed with you thing will come up. Strong safety, which I needed one anyways. 6'6", 208, 1-star caliber, and from California. Maybe I'll advance to week 2 and show you guys the results. Yeah, SDSU, that's always an interesting game. Anyways, so you can see 24 scholarships left. Now I'm gonna show you the results. Now look at this. Top 4 wasn't swayed that much, but if you look, top 5. If you look, just make sure these guys are sorted by caliber. But first. I'm jumping all the way up to first in some of these guys' ranges, and those guys that I'm not in the top 10 or 8 on, it takes a little bit to break into it, but you will eventually get into it. Then you see, look at that, all up to second, third, first. So like I said, it does help to do that. And this guy's at the bottom of the board, because